Hey BookTube, it's Charlie from Reader Turned Writer, and today I am doing the BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. So I was tagged to do this tag by Melissa at White Castle with Books. I will link her video down below as well as the original tag video, so you can go check those out if you want to, and then I'll just jump right into the questions. Question number 1, what genres would you like talked about more on BookTube? So I actually, if you watch Melissa's video, she says that she thinks that she would like to see more self-help books talked about on BookTube, and I actually really agree with that. I love self-help type books like Mindset, The New Psychology, or The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really love books like that that can teach principles that help your life to be better. Something else that I think I'd like to see more of on BookTube is just chick lit. I've seen a couple BookTubers actually start talking about this more, and I don't talk or read a lot of chick lit yet, but I do enjoy reading it sometimes, and I would like to see more recommendations for that. Question number 2, how do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? And I would just say by interacting with them, engaging with them. I have found that the best way for me to find people to talk with and to become friends with is to find them first. Don't just wait for them to find you. Find them and start talking with them. And even if they never go and actually go to your videos and watch your videos and comment on your videos, if you're watching their videos and commenting, they're probably commenting back. I don't think I've ever commented on a video and not had them respond in some way. And so that's really fun to be able to engage with somebody in that way, where you can start a conversation about books and potentially start a friendship. I have quite a few friendships on BookTube that I really love that were started because I commented on a video, and you know, sometimes I even commented on a video where I was like, they're not even going to notice my comment because they're not a super small booktuber, but then they did, and then it started interactions with them, and I was able to talk with them about books, and that's something that would never have happened if I hadn't had the courage to put that comment there. Question 3, what do you enjoy most about making videos? And this one is really hard because I have really loved BookTube so far. I really love planning the videos, I really enjoy recording the videos, I really enjoy editing the videos for the most part. It can get a little tedious, but I actually really enjoy it, and I love the finished product and posting it and getting the engagement from the people who are watching my videos. And so I really enjoy it. I don't know what my favorite part is, I guess. Question 4, what do you least enjoy about making videos? I'd say either the setup, because the setup is quite the process. I usually don't even wear makeup most days, and so but I do for my YouTube videos just because I want to. And so I usually do my hair and my makeup and then get everything all set up after I put my kids down, and it's just quite the process to get it all set up. Yeah, and I guess sometimes editing, especially if it's a super long video and I get really tired of editing it. Short videos I don't mind editing, but when they're like, 20, 30, 40 minutes long, then it's kind of like, okay, how do you edit this down and how long is it going to take me? It's going to take me forever. Question 5, what types of videos would you like to see more on BookTube? I would actually really like to see more videos that are just not the norm. Wrap-ups, tag videos, TBRs, book hauls. We do a lot of those videos, and I do them too. But I really enjoy when there's something original in my feed, something that stands out and is different. Sometimes it's a discussion video, sometimes it's just like a random video, and I have a lot of fun trying to come up with ideas like that to put videos that are kind of unique on my channel, and I love seeing videos like that. And I really, really love watching discussion videos. That's one of my favorite types of videos to watch. Question 6, what are some themes that you'd like to see more or less of in books? One thing that I have really noticed lately in a lot of books I've read, this is in a lot of fairy tale retellings or fantasy type books. It's also in quite a few dystopian books that I've read. So it's where there's like a political problem, like there's inequality somewhere, there's a bad king who is starving his people, there's, an evil queen who's starving her people, there's a caste system that's just obviously messed up and only works for the top however much percent. And then the main character, usually a girl, comes in and is like, well, if we just did this, da-da-da-da-da-da solution, then it would all be fixed. And then she becomes queen or whatever, or is able to influence the queen in some way, and the political problem is magically fixed because they use her solution, and all of a sudden it's fixed. And that really bothers me. I hate this because first of all, it makes it seem like political problems are black and white and that there's a perfect solution that if we could just do it, that it would fix it. And I don't believe that that's true. I think there's a lot of gray areas in politics, and what I mean by that is that when you come up with a solution in politics, there are going to be consequences, and some of them are going to probably be good. It's going to benefit some people, but there's also going to be some problems or drawbacks for even just a small minority or whatever, and there are always going to be two sides. People are always going to say when you come up with a solution, well, that's good and that's not, and it doesn't just magically happen, and I hate that. I also just think that it just ties up the book too neatly. It doesn't leave any room for the society and the characters to grow, and I just don't like that very much. It really, really bothers me, and it feels unrealistic, and it also just feels like a cop-out to me when authors do that. And I've seen it quite often lately in books that I've been reading, it feels like, and it really bothers me. Question number 7, what are some of your BookTube goals? So my BookTube, I started it and I didn't really know what my goals were. Originally I was kind of like, well, I'll build up an audience and write books and then I'll publish them and then I'll have an audience and that will help me sell my book and just get in with a publisher and that kind of thing. And now I'm not really sure that I want to do that. I love BookTube. I've absolutely loved being a part of the community and making videos and just everything about BookTube. I've absolutely loved it. And even though my channel is really, really uber small right now, I don't even care because I just enjoy making videos and I love that when I post it, some people see it and comment on it and things. I basically decided that for right now, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and let my channel grow really slowly and kind of figure out what I want to do with my channel and find kind of my people, the people that I really connect with and that I read the same kinds of books as and those kinds of things. And as I do that, my channel will probably get bigger, and if it ever gets big enough that I'm like, you know, I could probably make money off of this somehow, then I might look at ways of making money off of it. But as of right now, I don't need to make money. For my family, our income is great the way that it is, and we budget and different things, and so I don't feel the need to make money doing something on the side. And so this has really turned into a wonderful hobby that I can just share my passion, I guess, with, and that I can come up with and create something. And I love being able to create something that I'm really proud of, and I'm really proud of some of my videos. And so I guess my goal for right now is just to continue what I'm doing and to find my people. Question 8, what advice would you give a booktuber who just created their own channel? And my number one advice would be not to compare. Whether this is comparing how many books you read, how many books you buy, the kinds of books that you own, if they look as nice as other people's, or even just how many videos, the quality of the video, how many subscribers, how many comments, those kinds of things. It can be really, really easy to compare because BookTube, you can just see everything. And people share things like that, and it's fun to share things like that. But sometimes it makes you feel like you're not good enough as a reader or as a booktuber, and you know, that shouldn't ever be the case, because if you're making videos and you're reading books, then you're a great reader and a great booktuber, and there's always room to grow, so you should never ever say, well, I'm not as good as them, and let that discourage you. Although, you probably will, at some point, compare something with some other booktuber because it's human nature. But just remember, as you're doing it, that you don't need to compare. I also think that you should go and find the videos on YouTube that people have made that give advice for new booktubers, because when I was starting off, I watched a lot of those and they were all fantastic, really great advice. It got me set up so that my expectations were great for BookTube, and it also let me know about things like the BookTube Newbie Tag, which is really useful to know, and just different things like that. And I think that they have a ton of great advice, and I also found some new booktubers that way that I really enjoy watching now. Question 9, what are some qualities that you look for in other booktubers when you're watching their channels? I, first of all, will always look at what kind of genre of book they're reading, because if I don't read the same kinds of books as them, I am probably not going to subscribe to their channel. I might watch some of their videos if they look interesting to me, but I'm not going to subscribe because we just won't have as much to talk about if they're not reading the same books as I am. I also just feel like if they're just interesting to me, some videos for some reason are really interesting to me and some just aren't as interesting. And part of it is just how I click with the person, the way that they talk or what they're talking about, or life interests and different things like that. And some of it is just the content of what they're talking about or the kinds of books. Like maybe we even read the same genres, but I've never heard of any of the books that they're reading, you know. And so if I watch a few of their videos and I'm just not as interested, then I probably won't subscribe, just because I'm not going to watch videos that I'm not interested in, of course. Last question, question 10. What is a fun fact or hobby about you that is unrelated to reading and writing? One hobby that I have outside of reading and writing is dance. I love to dance, and I specifically love Irish step dancing. I think I mentioned that previously in a video, but I haven't done it for quite a while. Sometimes I do it for like exercise, just do like drills and stuff, but in high school and college, Irish step dancing was my life. I loved it. I breathed it. I thought about it all the time and performed all the time. And in college I was able to teach with my dance group that I was with, and I absolutely loved that. We moved away from that dance group and I haven't done it since then, but I really miss it sometimes and absolutely loved it. A fun fact about me that most people that know me now don't actually know, because this was in high school, but when I was in high school, I was challenged by a church leader to go on a date with 100 different guys before I got married. And these dates are just to like clarify, so you're not thinking that I'm like actually dating seriously 100 different guys, but these were just like for fun, going as friends in group dates type of thing. And I did that in high school. In high school I managed to go on a date with 100 different guys, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. It was so good. It was the best part of high school for me. I was able to come out of my shell a lot. I had to ask a lot of the guys, because in high school guys just don't really ask girls on dates that often. And so it really pushed me out of my shell. I was able to make lots of friends as I went on group dates and set people up with other people, and you know, just had tons of fun doing group dates and planning them. And I actually have a Date Ideas book published through Deseret Book from that experience as well, and it really taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to talk to people, it taught me how to be confident in myself, it taught me what I wanted to be, what I wanted in a spouse, so that when I found my husband I knew almost right away that he was the kind of guy that I would want to marry. And when I met other people, I knew almost right away that those weren't the people that I wanted to marry, just because I knew what I wanted from this experience and I knew what kind of spouse I wanted to be. And I just feel like it's made me a better person, a better wife, a better mother, and I love that experience. But because I did it in high school, actually not a lot of people know about it now, because I just am so separate from my high school life now. And so that's kind of a fun fact that doesn't come up very often anymore. There is a last question of who do you tag? I'm actually not going to tag anyone, because I'm not sure who's done this tag and I don't want to go and like look and stuff. And so I'm just gonna say that if you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. And if you do end up doing the tag, leave your video in the comments below and I will go and check it out, because I would love to see your answers as well. Or if you just want to answer any of the questions down below in the comments, I'd love to see those as well. Thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to check out the other links in the description box. I will see you in my next video. Thanks.